computer. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused between marketing and your ideal client. How are they two separate things?
Okay. I put them in two separate, hold on, I need to add somebody else in. I put them in two separate things in the weeks. Ooh, okay. I'm adding more people in. I put them in two separate things in the week. So we have week 4, day 2, which is the ideal clients, and week 4, day 3, which is taking the leap, and that's the market research part. Okay. So the ideal clients, I'm just going to get into it really quickly. The ideal clients, one thing that we went through was figuring out, yes, your ideal clients, your medium clients, and your nightmare clients. So your ideal clients are the ones that like you 100% want to work for. Like these are the people that you definitely want in, right? And that we talked about doing the 3. For now, anyone that hasn't done this yet, just focus on what's the big problem that you want to focus on versus like naming your ideal client and doing the whole thing. Okay. That's always step 1. Step 1 is, oh my God, I love how like there's tons of faces happening here. Hi guys. Okay. Step 1 is all about like figuring out what problem you want to solve. And as soon as you're clear on the problem or problems, then you could really start moving forward. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hi, Varia. I haven't seen you on here yet. Yay. Happy to see you. Okay. So the ideal clients, you go through the 3. And I gave you examples on how to like work forward with each ideal client, what questions you need answered. So we want to create like a little name for them. And I gave examples. So I'll use the example one. This is one of my own ideal clients that I created like a long time ago. So like Bianca Lovejoy, because I'm so original. Goals, she's starting a business. She's writing a book, not having to worry about money. Like these are the goals that she wants. Her pain points. Do you have any questions on this, Lorraine?
No, go on ahead.
Okay. All right, perfect. So the pain points, problems, and challenges. If anybody else has questions along the way, you can go ahead and ask. These are things that you want to know about your ideal client. And the reason why is so you know how to look for them online. And the next thing is going to be the market research, which I'll mention in a few minutes. As an extra bonus, we always have journal prompts. And then we talk about the mid-range clients. Your mid-range clients are not your ideal clients, but it's people that you're willing to work with, right? So I have a subscription box that I'm starting in a few weeks or months. Hush, hush, but I'm working on it, okay? And the goal is obviously people that are in the Facebook group and the people that want to start a business and are into personal development. I'm okay with newbies too, though. If I have a newbie that doesn't know anything about my Facebook group, then they're a mid-range client. Right? They don't know anything about me, but I'm down to show them who I am and really give them my all throughout the subscription box, right? Get it? Boxes. Yeah. Okay. So that's a mid-range client for me. If I have a man that decides to join my subscription box, that's a mid-range client. I'll still work with them, but my focus is females. My ideal client is a female, right?
Okay.
And then my nightmare client are people that I refuse to work with. People that like I won't have on this call. They won't be in Online Action Academy. They won't get the subscription box if it's up to me. Make sense? It's people that like, if you're going to give me a hard time and you're going to be like, I don't even believe in life coaching. I don't like personal development. I'm like Satan. I don't know, whatever. Then like, I don't want you on here. Right. And you should know what your non-negotiables are. You should know the people that you like, I don't want to work with you. And for a long time, I didn't do this. And when I would get my one-on-one clients and I do discovery calls, what happened was it was a disaster. I would get people that I did not want to work with, people that were driving me up a wall, and it was just not worth my time, my money, or my energy. So you need to know and the vampire suckers. You need to know the ones that are going to suck out your energy and make sure that you don't, like for your own boundaries' sake, that you don't handle them. Does that make sense?
Amazing you should say that, because that's what happened to me last week. You know, I've started doing my vision calls.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, the one I knew immediately, there was 2 people that I just said, oh, I won't be able to work with you.
Yeah.
It was just instinct. It was just, and then there's the one person who is wanting to sign up, and it's just beautiful, the change of the call. So I suppose I've been very blessed because I had those calls one after the other. Mm-hmm. So I immediately could see the difference. So what you're saying is absolutely right. That's what I want to confirm with everybody here. It's absolutely right. And working it out beforehand is most probably much better way. But at the same time, it was perfect for me. It's perfect for me.
Yay.
So what's the marketing?
I'm getting there. So for the ones that are doing this and freaking out first, though, I want you to know that you're just creating an idea. This isn't going to be like your ideal client forever and ever, like until the end of, like you're not getting married to this ideal client. Okay. It's just an idea. a lot of times when you do the market research and go to week 4, day 3, the next week or a week and a half, whatever it is for you, it may change. This happened to me. I had a specific ideal client. I was going more for like life coaching and self-love. And the people that I was attracting was wanting to start a business. And I went, oh, okay, I need to change my ideal client. So you don't know who you're attracting until you really do this taking a leap market research. Okay. So
Brilliant.
the market research is the most important part of Aligned Action Academy, okay? Which is why I was hoping everyone showed up, and thank you everyone for showing up. And I definitely want to do like soon, we're going to do like okay, who is everybody and where you are? We'll do it soon. But no, market research is the biggest part. And the whole first 4 weeks is us getting prepared for this moment, okay? And the next 4 weeks, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on really getting feedback from the surveys, continuing to do any market research that we need to do, and really getting into it. Okay. So market research, the idea is to get away from the whiteboard, right? When we're doing all these journal prompts, we're in our own heads. We're in here. And now, and after week 4, we're getting out of here and we're going to start sharing with the world. Okay. We're going to start sharing and literally getting light bulb ideas from other people versus just ourselves. There's only so much we can do on our own, right? There's a reason that we're all about community, that we are here to help each other. So what we're doing is we're getting away from our own heads and that whole like feeling like we have to do it on our own, and learning to receive and get ideas and understanding from other people and what they want, right? So when we talk to our ideal clients, what's going to happen is they're going to tell us what they want. Right? So for me, I did a survey for Aligned Action Academy. I was like, what kind of course do you want? And people were like, well, I have so many ideas and I don't know which one I should choose. I don't know which one I should focus on. They gave me what they wanted, and I gave them what they wanted and what they needed within the course. Make sense? What I was hearing between the two. So you need to be able to become a little good judge or like a little lawyer for your own product and start deciding what that is for you, right? And there's only so much you could do. So taking a leap and market research is no matter where you are. I don't care if you have a name for your business or not. I don't care if this is the first time you're ever doing something for your business or book or whatever it is. I want you to take a leap and you get to decide what that leap is. I give you some ideas. So I'm going to move down. I'll go over the criteria now, but I gave you some ideas of what to do. This is like my main one that I like to do. And I gave you more somewhere. Okay. Where'd it go? Oh, things are not at leaps. Where are the leaps? All right, I'll give you some ideas anyway. So it's kind of like creating a blog. If it's not here, I'll look it up later. If it's not, it's like creating a blog, for example, and sharing it with other people. Not in your own blog, because barely anyone's going to be able to see that, but being able to do a guest blog for like Tiny Buddha, right? Or putting yourself out there on Chicken Soup for the Soul. They're always allowing new authors, right? Or possibly just sharing something with the Facebook group, seeing how they respond, a Facebook group that you feel like your ideal clients are in. Or if you have a list already, which I know Lorraine has an email list, you can focus on creating a webinar, right? Ask them questions. We did the survey. I work with Lorraine personally, and we did a survey for them. We know what they want now. And now the next step I would say is creating a type of webinar for them and spending time with them, talking to them, and really moving them forward, making sure that's what they want, right? So depending on where you are, you can also do a workshop. If you know people in your area that you're like, ooh, like I have this ideal client, this ideal client, this ideal client. Again, not your family and friends, okay? And so I'm going to go through the criteria of what taking a leap is. And then what I want to do is I would like to open it up for each person after I finish and just tell me like where you are in Aligned Action Academy, whether you're still on week 1 or you're officially on week 4. I want you to start thinking of what your leap may be. And then if you are still starting right now, I know like Angela's new to the group. Hi, Angela. Then it's okay. And what you could do is just get ready for this week 4. Okay. Because again, this is like the biggest part. So your idea needs to be clear. Your ideal clients, you should have an idea. It doesn't need to be perfect. You should have an idea. You want to be able to talk to your ideal clients or the right audience and ask them for feedback. So it's not in your head again. It's not a whiteboard approach. This taking a leap isn't, I'm going to create my mission statement. That's not what this is. Okay. It's not about creating a chapter for your book. Hopefully in the first 4 weeks, you already started chapters, and now you can share a piece of your chapter to ideal clients that do your survey. Make sense? So it's really just, again, sharing and getting feedback. And you get to decide. We'll talk about week 5, day 3 is going to be all about hearing what kind of feedback we got and seeing what to do with it. If you like it, if you don't like it, how to move forward with whatever you got. But the focus is getting at least 10 people, okay? At least 10 people. Oh, here are my examples. Haha, there it is. So creating a webinar, 5-day challenge, getting free gifts, ideal clients, etc. So you're going to focus on 10 people. It should be something that like your stomach is like, ooh, this is going to be fun. Like it's kind of scary, but I could totally do this. Like this is so exciting, right? You've never done this before. It's taking a leap, but at the same time, like it's like right there out of your comfort zone. Like it's like, eek, right? Normally like publishing a book, for example, or starting a business from scratch, that's scary. And it's okay that it's scary. There's fear with doubt and there's fear with excitement, right? Oh no. I hate it when my phone hears me and starts like, Siri's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Stop talking, Siri. Okay. So there's fear with doubt and fear with excitement. And what you want is fear with excitement here. You want to be able to feel like, oh my God, this is a little scary, but I could do this. And if you're there, you know you're in the right zone. And the goal is to learn from this experience, right? So anything that you get out of this, it's not about taking it personal. It's not about even taking it literal. And we'll get into that on week 5, day 3. So next call, if you're like really stuck with the feedback, get on the call. And really it's about just getting in zone with what is it that people want? What is it that, is this your ideal client at all? I did a survey, and again, I told you, I did a survey for self-love, and I got people that wanted to start a business, and it was nothing like I expected. And obviously, I was talking to either the wrong people, which I did a second survey, and I still got people that wanted to start a business with me, and I'm like, okay, now it's me, right? So you get to see who's being attracted by me, and who is it that wants to hear from me. Does that make sense? You may have a completely different ideal client idea, and other people are being attracted to you, or you have the right people, but you're focusing on the wrong kind of product, right? And you get to find that out through market research. Does that make sense? Anybody else have little questions for me? No? Okay. Rachel, I'd like to hear from you, honey. I'm going to start off with you. Where are you? What's going to be your taking the leap action? What are your goals here? I'm going to leave it on the examples so people can see it.
I'm still finishing up last week.
Okay.
So I haven't gotten this far.
Well, now that I talked a little bit about it, what do you think, or if anything come up for you, like, ooh, maybe I could do this or that?
Well, talking to the ideal clients would be perfect if I could find them.
If you could find them. Okay, that's a question. Perfect. So why do you feel like you're having trouble with the ideal clients? Because we did talk about, I think this week. Yeah. I sent you the DIY witches. Did you check that out for the Facebook group?
I did. I don't know if I'm in yet. I haven't checked it.
Okay.
I joined it, but I haven't checked it yet.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so I sent you that invite, and you could look for other Facebook groups. I know your thing is Busy Witches, right? For anyone else that doesn't know that yet. So if anybody has a Facebook group, for example, that has Busy Witches, or if you're more of an Instagram person, look for somewhere that already has Busy Witches. You could even probably look up, I'm going to look it up right now for you, Busy Witches, and see what we get. Where's groups? Look, Busy Witch page. All right, there's nothing for groups. Guess what you get to do? You get to create it. But there's this 17 likes. You can see what those 17 likes are like. DIY witches, ha ha ha. All pagans, Norses, and heathens. Let's look up witch and see what we get. My favorite. The Smart Witch Community. Go to different ones of these. The ones that have 5,000 plus for a Facebook group are the ones that you want to start off with. Okay? Go to the ones that are really big, because your ideal clients will probably be in the mix somewhere. You may have people that are not, okay? And this is why we do the exercise of ideal, mid-range, and nightmare first. So you know, like, okay, this one's like really off, but I'm going to keep it in the survey just to know, you know? Like, I know where that one is, and you get to decide where each one is and move forward with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, you can go to any, like this one has, this is a page, this is a group. I think this one has a lot of people. 491. No, I want 5,000 plus. I know DIY. Yeah, DIY Witches has 33,000. What does this one have? This one has 18,000. So let's say you go in here and you look around The first thing you're going to do is look around and be like, does this catch my attention? If it catches your attention, it's going to get your ideal clients, right? They're going to, whatever you like, they're probably going to like. So you're going to look around and be like, maybe this catches my attention. That's cool. I like the kitchen witch thing. Okay, perfect. I don't know what's happening here. It looks like she's pregnant, right? If it catches your attention though and everything's happening okay, maybe you answer back to a few of these. Maybe you add some as friends, right? Or maybe you even just put a post here and you're like, hey, would like to know how many busy witches are here. Me, right? And you can start adding them as friends or DMing them separately. Hey, by any chance, can you do a survey for me? Something like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's as simple, like a lot of you know me. Why? Because I go into different groups and I literally just ask, who in here would be interested in a personal development book club? And tons of people say me. And I literally just message each one of them telling them about the book club that I have. Done. Simple. All I do is I literally ask, who is my ideal client? Make sense?
Yeah.
Who would be interested in this? Who would be interested? Who here is a busy witch? And when people respond, mess with them separately. And it may take a minute, but our goal is only 10, right? If you do more than that, then the only thing that's going to help you is you. That's not going to make a difference to me, right? Make sense? Mm-hmm. So go into any Facebook group and do that. Do you have any other questions when it comes to like where you can find them?
Other than Facebook, I've tried a form and that didn't work out so well.
Okay. Did you ask if there was busy witches there?
I did not.
Okay. I always recommend kind of like calling out your ideal clients first, because then you know. And so I look for those people, or I respond to those people and I create kind of connection with them, right? Right, I did that with you. I think we met at the Warrior Goddess training one, right? That's not witches. That's not specifically starting a business, but I knew that my ideal clients were going to be interested in Warrior Goddess. And I was right, obviously. Make sense?
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be something specifically witchy. For me, I joined other book clubs and I hated I didn't like the people that were in other book clubs personally. They just weren't my thing. But I went to Warrior Goddess because I knew it was something that I followed and that I loved, and they probably followed too. Make sense? And I think I have that on ideal clients, like where you can Yeah, sources of information. So I even put Warrior Goddess here. That's why I ended up joining the Warrior Goddess group. Make sense? And I have tons of Tony Robbins groups, and tons of my people have come from Tony Robbins groups too. I got Lorraine from Hardcore Business. That was another one that I knew people would be interested in, right? So it doesn't have to be specific to book club. Someone else is joining. Oh, there we are. Okay. So do you have any other, for week 3, I know you said you're in week 3. Do you have any questions about week 3 that you need answered?
No, not yet.
Okay. For the ones that this is like your first call or something, I love you girls and I'm glad you're here. You should probably do overcoming procrastination week 3, day 3. This one's huge for a lot of people. When they do this one, it's like they're like, oh my God, like now I know I'm procrastinating and I don't need to procrastinate anymore. Like they go through it. So this one's a really good one for anyone that like even if you're still in week 1 and you want to just get over your procrastination and make sure you do it, just you can skip to this one. I allow it. Okay. So it's a really good one. Week 3, we also went over the 2 voices in our heads. I love the 2 voices in my head, and it's really called like the inner critic and inner coach. I'm not going to get into it because you're going to get into it. I do also have a podcast on this. Obviously, this goes into more detail, but if you ever want to hear the podcast, you can go ahead and do that too. It's really good information, and it's also a lot of fun. You get to draw out little characters and stuff. Rawr. Or my little character. Yeah, rawr and love, right? Okay. And then focus on decluttering, because again, week 3 is all about breakdown. So notice I'm sure all of you have at least listened to the idea list, right? And the focus is making sure that we are moving through, oopsie, this is what I want, that we're moving through this list in a good fashion. Incubation and strategizing, notice that we were focusing on, taking a leap, our ideal clients, because we're incubating, we're getting ideas out of our heads, and we're taking that leap towards strategizing, right? We're getting it out of our heads and into reality, which is the point of strategizing. For breakdown, we were getting into procrastination, overcoming that, getting out of our fears, how to focus versus like being lost in our heads and hearing other people. So I feel like we're on a good track and I like where everybody is. I think you guys are exactly where you need to be. So I talked to Rachel. I talked to Lorraine. Angela, I know you're just starting, but you're next on my list. Do you have any questions so far that you've heard me talk about or anything in week 1 so far?
No, not really. I did watch the first video and I printed out the PDF. I plan on doing that later today, but I haven't gotten started yet. But
Okay, sounds good.
Listening anyways, get some ideas.
All right, perfect. Yeah. So just a heads up, whenever you're ready, please message me. Like, even I know you're still in week 1, but I want to know what your taking a leap is so that we can kind of keep you on track. And it's going to be really good for you long term to do that as fast as possible.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Guinea Han, I want to hear from you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. Well, I'm on week 1, as you know, and I'm actually going through the wheel of life right now. So
okay, perfect.
I was watching your video and working on that today. And basically, starting this week, I'm going to actually sit, have a scheduled time to work on this stuff and I think about it all the time. I'm just not doing I just haven't now I'm jumped in, but I need to meditate and journal every day.
So, just a heads up, if you, okay, really quickly, who in here, you can raise your hand. Who in here has been meditating and journaling every day? Who in here hasn't? All right, cool. So, but they're still moving forward.
Yeah,
okay?
no, I know.
So whatever, I know, I forgot who it was. I think it was you, Guinea, was it? We were doing, playing big and there's exercises along the way. And they were telling me like, they don't want to move forward unless I do the exercises. And I'm like, no, just continue. You can do the exercises whenever you feel like it. Right. So just a heads up, it's the same thing here. Even if you just watch the videos and you don't print anything out and you don't do the work, I'm cool with that. Okay. It's up to you. I have people that can like do this in their heads. And then there's other people that need the PDFs like printed out, ready to go, whatever makes you feel comfortable, but just notice how you're moving forward throughout Aligned Action Academy. Because the way that you do one thing is the way you do everything. Right. Uh-huh. And if you're going to be a perfectionist in Aligned Action Academy, what's it like with your idea? Right.
That's the thing is I have so many ideas that I think I'm going to do one thing, and then a few days later, I think, oh no, I should do this. So I'm total scatterbrain and everywhere, and that's why I really need to focus at least right away in the morning. I was doing it for a while. I did it for a few weeks every day, and then I got tired of trying to maintain. That's what I do.
Okay.
I'm trying to break that habit.
I'm gonna make your life really easy. I'm gonna take off meditating and journaling off your plate for you. Okay. I give you permission to not do it. Okay. Only do it when you feel like you need to. I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, I didn't do it. I can't tell her. Shh. Like, no, that's not the goal here. Okay. I want the goal is for that. Like, and by the way, Guinea, you're like my ideal client. My ideal client has tons of ideas and doesn't know which one to focus on. So I'm glad you're here. Okay. And the Wheel of Life and week 1 is that's what it's all about. It's about like getting super clear. Week 2, to let you know, keep moving forward until the miracle happens and you stick to one idea, right? I will. And week 2 is all about that inspiration and just seeing like which one is calling your heart more. Okay. Yeah. So don't worry about it. This course was made for you and just keep moving forward. Even if you're like, I don't know. What I recommend is in Aligned Action Academy, you wrote down a specific thing. Where's my units? Learning. Where is it? Student list for accountability. Aha. So you wrote down, I don't think you're on here yet. So please make sure that you get on here. And Donna didn't write her idea either. Donna, I know you're on here. So if you can, you could please do that whenever you can. Guinea, you wrote create a workshop/class. Mm-hmm. Or is that still your main idea? Or are you having 1,000 other ideas?
Well, I just don't know what to do it about.
Okay. So again, that's why we have the taking a leap part, right? It's because now you get to figure out, okay, well, at least I know. So you're moving forward. Perfect. You're here. Yeah. All right. Perfect. So do me a favor. Stop freaking out about where you are. At least you know what you kind of want to do, right? And you can create something when you're taking a leap. And now you know what would be your taking a leap then. Do you know that?
Well, I was listening to you talk about the group thing and finding a group. I'm used to the Facebook and finding people and connecting with like-minded people and things, right?
Mhm.
So I found you. So, but when you get like connected with them, what would be my next, and then message them. I have to come up with something that I want to ask them. Like, what do you look for most in life? What's holding you back? What do you want help with?
Yep. So
What do you need?
I'll go through
What
this.
is your goal? Whatever.
I will go through this right now with you. So I went through, where's my little survey thing? My survey. No, gimme. No. I did not think this through when I did this. bit.ly/AAA survey. Hopefully it doesn't take me to something else randomly. So one problem with bit.ly. It took me to something else. Okay. Survey ideal client. That's fine. I'll take this. Okay. So what I want you guys to do, you guys don't have to do it on Google form. You could do it in like a little Google Doc and share it with the group of what questions you have. You can either send them the survey, you can do like a 10, 15-minute call with them. And like people love Starbucks, right? So I tell people, if you're willing to put in some money into this and you want like good people and consistent people, you may want to even offer people like a $5 Starbucks gift card, or maybe even a discovery call with you if you want to try it out and see how it's like. They're your ideal client, right? So something like that you could give them, because people love free things. Another thing is just asking people straight up, can you do this survey for me? And I've sent this survey to many people, and you just ask, where do you hang out the most, right? You can literally take the questions that I have here and use them to your advantage. If you were to search on Google your problems, and for me it's a female entrepreneur, what would you write? You want to know what they're going to write, and this is going to help you with your copywriting. For those that don't know what copywriting is, it's like for your emails, your sales pages, your social media post, everything that you write needs to be focused on your ideal client, right? So this is going to help you figure out, okay, they're looking for this problem. Well, let me write about this, right? For me, it's, I don't know how to start a business. I have too many ideas. Those are the main two that I got. So what do I talk about all the time? I talk about how to start a business 101, easy peasy. And I talk about, if you have too many ideas, Online Action Academy, right? Make sense?
Yeah.
What would you like to learn in an online course right now? I give them different options, and I also give them an other opportunity in case I have people that are like, I don't want any of this, I want this, right? So hear them out. You may get that. I did this, and for a very long time, I got tons of others, and I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Right? Obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about. And it took me a while to get there. And for me, what I did is I did Online Action Academy. So I focus on what I broke down each week of what I wanted to do. And I asked people, what do you feel about this? And this changed a few times, by the way. Online Action Academy, I had it like completely different. My first outline was like, not this, right? And I had to get super clear, and I had to talk to people and see, okay, well, I have to make sure that I talk about fear and procrastination, and that I help them take a leap of faith, and like what's stopping them and getting through that. I changed this 1,000 times, right? And it wasn't until I asked people these questions of, what would you like the name of the course to be? Do you think this is a good name of the course? People responded, yes, they liked it. What would you pay for a course like this? Or what if I added a product box? Like, I just added different things to see, like, these are all my ideas, Guinea.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is calling your attention the most? Make sense?
Makes sense. Yep.
So literally, you're welcome. So literally, I want you to focus on, where am I? Where you are, right? And stick to week 1 if possible. But I do want you to think about taking a leap, and just like, that's your main idea that I want you to focus on. Not like what the workshop or class is going to be, but what kind of questions do I want to ask them? Like, do you want a class on this, or this? Give them as many options as you can come up with, and just see how people respond. And then that'll be your answer. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks.
Any other questions for me, Guinea?
No, not
okay.
right now.
Remember, please don't meditate and journal anymore. I beg of you. Okay?
Unless I want to.
Unless you want to. But don't push it. All right, Guinea, you're good to go. I'm going to mute you, honey, if that's okay with you. All right, perfect. Varia, your turn, hon. Hi. Nice to see you.
Hello.
Hi. Have you kept to yours so far? Hold on. Yours is decide what type of sisterhood group to start.
No, because you put me with Guinea, and now that I listen to her, Guinea and I have the same problem. I
Okay.
had so many ideas, and that was the idea I was running with at the time.
Mhm.
And then I talked to Rachel. She was nice enough to talk to me about the different groups that she's been a part of, and I
Oh,
started
Rachel.
researching it. And then I left another project I was working on, which I'm writing a book. And so I thought, why can't I just finish the book first before I start doing something else? So
Okay.
the book is something that I've been passionate about for many, many years, and I've wanted to write for a long time. And I actually have a book coach, and I'm actually writing it. I have part of it written, and I'm making progress. But then I kind of stopped because something else flashy starts flashing, and I started going towards other things.
The shiny
So,
syndrome. Mm.
yeah, all the bright, shiny things. I have a lot of different interests. So I think I should change that to finishing my book.
Okay, let's do it.
And figuring out what to do with that.
Finishing your book. I just wrote like fininissing. Hold on. What am I doing? Can I write today? Finishing your book. Okay.
Yes.
All right, perfect. What's your book about? May I ask?
Sure. So the short story is I have a lot of autoimmune issues, and for a while I was undiagnosed and misdiagnosed and suffered a long time.
Mhm.
So the book is basically all the things I learned during my wellness journey that can help other people. Like a big part of it is journaling, how a journal can help you improve your health for autoimmune and stuff like that. So I have a lot of sections a big section on that. And then I'm talking about what things you want to journal and why you want to journal and giving them ideas on how to journal those things. Mm-hmm. So it's something that I've been really passionate about for a very long time. I just didn't know how to start. And I finally met a book coach and talked to him, and then I got started.
I have an ideal client for you.
Oh.
Okay. Well, can I ask you what that autoimmune was?
They still do not know. All I know is that I made some changes based on my journal, and I'm feeling better. But I did lose my hair, all of my hair, in March of 2017. I had long hair before that.
Ah, interesting.
And I lost it all. So something is still going on. Yeah, thanks. Something's still going on, but I feel much better. I'm probably 90%, whereas before I spent a large part of my life, like 10, 15 years, at 70% and lower. So I think I learned a lot that will help people.
Have you, by any chance, I'm just interested, have you done the AIP diet, the autoimmune paleo diet?
I have. Yep.
Ah, okay.
AIP, plant paradox. Yep. Paleo.
Yep. I've been in there. I just got into Thrive Market as like a total like issue. Now I'm totally getting off screen here, but it's fine. You girls love me anyway. I've been getting into like Thrive Market and AIP, and I don't have an autoimmune issue that I know of, but I still think it's really important to start there and then like figure out what my issues are myself. So yeah. I'm going through that. I would love to read your book. Super down. So I'm actually going to send you, remind me, if anything, send me like a little Facebook, because I get lost after this, to email you Yessie. Her name is Yessie, Yessi. She has an autoimmune issue, and I'm talking to her now, and I'd love for you guys to connect and kind of motivate her, because she's kind of like losing the path. She's like still eating burgers and pizza, and I'm like, no, stop it. Right? So help me out there with her. And then maybe you may have, you 1 out of 10. So I will happily help you with this, and I'm loving your topic. It's something that I'm definitely passionate about, honestly, right now. So let's do it. And then if anything, Rachel, I know that you're with Marlou, but do you want to switch over to Varia a little bit? Guinea, you can still work with Varia too. But since you guys are doing the book together?
That might work, yeah.
Yeah? Varia, you down for that?
Also to say, I guess, on the whole autoimmune thing, I don't have an autoimmune issue, but I guess I have kind of a story that might help her out. When I was a teenager, I was really stressed. I had a lot of problems. Like, my whole world was crashing down because of one thing or another. And I got so stressed out, I made myself sick. Yeah. And the doctors think it was my body attacked my heart, and I ended up with pericarditis for 3 years.
Holy pandas.
And the doctors couldn't figure out why it wasn't getting any better, what the problem was, why I had this old person problem.
Wow, that's going to be awesome. Definitely. And Varia, one thing that's really important for finishing your book is having different stories in there.
Yeah.
So that'll be really good for you. I think this is going to be awesome for you, girl. So for your taking a leap, I know that you're still in week 1, too. For your taking a leap, though, what do you think is popping up for you right now? Just to know, and then we can always change it.
Well, actually, when you said Yessie, I would love to talk to her and work with her and just see if the things that I'm talking about in my book would help somebody in that situation. So that would be huge for me if I can work with someone and she says, yes, this helped, or she does some of the things I suggest, and then she all of a sudden, she's not eating pizza and burgers and all that kind of stuff anymore. That would be awesome.
Yes, please. That'd be great. She's my adopted sister, so I love her dearly. And I'm like, I want her healthy. I'm trying, man. So I'll happily pass her over to you. So yeah, definitely. All right, perfect. So now you know where you are. And then you are where in week 1? I know you started recently.
No, I haven't started. I just moved and I just got out of Box Hill. So I'm just trying to get things organized around here. So I probably will start this week. I'm hoping to start by Tuesday at the latest. That's what's on my calendar.
Okay, you got it. Well, then I'm really glad you're with Rachel because Rachel just moved into another place too. So this worked out. And then Guinea, if anything, you could still work with Varia, or I could switch over to Marlou, which I think you'll probably really like her. By the way, I call her Marlou, but she's my mom. So.
I was gonna say,
yeah, she's my mom. So, and it's really fun because like her and I started our life coaching stuff that, well, technically I was like, Mom, you're getting in life coaching with me. So now she loves it. So I passed her in. She's like my little coach inside, my little coach. Okay. Anyway, so definitely let's continue there. Did I miss anyone? Donna, I don't know if you could talk. If you can't, it's okay. But I would love to hear your voice. No. Okay. Well, if anything, Donna, you know that you messaged me, so it's good to go. And then I think the only person I'm missing is Barbara. And Barbara's not here today. Yeah, and Tabitha hasn't started yet, so that's fine. Okay, and Christina, she messaged me already. Okay, cool. So I will continue that. Do you girls have any questions on any of the weeks? I don't care where you are right now. On anything that we talked about now that we finished talking to everybody else. You guys now know a little bit about each other, what you guys are focusing on, so yay. Right? And Angela, I'm going to write here for you just because you're starting a business. And then you could fix it later. No, we seem to be good. We're good. Okay, cool. So the only thing I want to talk about is self-love because I went through ideal clients taking a leap and then it's 12:38, so I'm over my time, but it's okay because I love you girls. So for the self-love agreement, because I have so many people here and I'm loving it, we're going to go through it right now. I don't care if you're not on week 4 yet. I just want you to know that this is a thing. So this is a self-love agreement to yourself and to us, right? And I'm going to read this out loud to you. And what I want is for everybody to put up their hand and say I when you're ready. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with you. You are perfect exactly as you are right here, right now. What is wrong is how society created these expectations and norms through media and magazines and porn, sorry for saying the word, that brings out our inner critic and pressures us to conform. Self-love is realizing that your laugh, your smile, your tummy, your thighs, your boobs, your butt, your pussy, yes, I said it too, your toes, your head, your personality, everything about you is fucking amazing. We have beaten ourselves enough to match society's rules and we lost ourselves in the process. Now you're taking back our power and we get to decide what our norm is. If society or someone doesn't like it, it's their bad, not ours. It's realizing that you are worthy of love. You don't need to buy specific makeup or even shave your legs to be beautiful. If it makes you feel good with no emotional attachment to it, you do or do not based on society's rules, you're Gucci. If you feel you have to versus get to, it's time to do work on it and come back to you. Self-love allows you to come back to center, come back to you, take your power back, and get confident like never before. So I want you guys to put up your hands and say this with me. I agree to love myself unconditionally. I want to see. See, Siri's talking. I agree to love myself unconditionally and say thanks, but no thanks to society's norms. Perfect. Yay. Mwah. So the self-love, you guys can put down your hands now. So I wanted to do that really quickly because this self-love agreement, I did it in like a journal entry to myself. And I decided to share it with you girls and do a little thing because I know how important self-love is, especially during incubation after the whole breakdown thing. And no matter where you are with your ideas, I want you girls to love yourself fully And there's tons of extra little exercises on how to raise your battery, how to lower your battery so you can work on yourself. Other exercises in here. So just know that this is coming. And then on my little journal prompts that I love, and a note to self saying how much you love yourself too, right? So this is one of my favorite weeks because it's going to take you through that leap. And this is literally one that I wrote to myself, by the way. Okay. So you get to see my little journal entry to myself. So, and I want you to create one too. And I'd love for you girls at some point, whenever you get to this week, to share it with the group, because when you love yourself and you're showing other people that you love yourself, they open up to that kind of world too. Okay. So please share. And I wanted to go through that. And I'm really happy. And I'm glad that we're all here. And if anything, I'm going to open up my last opportunity. If you girls have any questions again, you can chat. If anything, put in a little chat box that you're good to go so that we can get off. And if someone wants maybe for everyone else to leave and talk to me separately for any reason, let me know and we'll talk separately too. Okay? Happy faces? Happy faces? Yay! Angela, you're like, thank you. All right, perfect. I think everyone's good to go. I don't see Dawn anymore, but I talked to everybody else in here. I didn't miss anyone, right? Varia, Angela, Guinea, Lorraine, Rachel. I'm good. Lorraine. Okay, perfect. I'm good. All right, perfect. We're good. All right, I'm heading out. If anything, you girls message me and we'll talk separately. Guinea, I know that you asked for a specific call, so I got you there. You're set up for June 6th. Okay? All right, perfect. All right. Bye, everyone. I'm going to stop sharing and head out. Mwah, mwah, mwah.